something fun.
We enjoy working with him. Okay, you're live.
Welcome everybody. It is Thursday, April 27th, 2023. We are here for a special city council meeting for the city of Middleton. And we'll start this meeting with a roll call, please. Jenica?
Council President Kaiser.
Here.
Councilmember Huggins. Here. Councilmember Murray.
Here.
Councilmember O'Meara.
Here.
And we're going to dispose of the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation and approve the agenda as printed.
I move we approve the agenda printed April 25th and posted at 4:30 p.m.
Second.
Motion by Kaiser, second by O'Meara. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, action item number 1 is to consider approving resolution number 481-23. Ms. Crofts.
Actually, I'm going to defer to council. He prepared the resolution.
Okay.
We'll let him go through it with you.
Certainly, I tried council to. Is this good, Mayor? Do you want me to approach the podium? Or?
I think you're well heard here.
As you know, there's been an effort to get signatures on a petition around town for the purpose of trying to legalize sale of liquor by the drink. And I try to outline the history here of what brings us to this point. And I think the recitals kind of do that. But in 1947, the legislature passed a law that gave the cities the authority to license establishments to sell liquor by the drink. Most cities do that. There was a proviso in the law that said if there's enough people in the community sign a petition, if 20% of the voters in the city sign a petition, then there's a referendum placed on the ballot for the community to vote as to whether they want to allow the city to license those establishments or not. That apparently occurred in Middleton at some time after 1947. So understand the kind of the series of events. The legislature said, cities, you can do this unless your community gets together and votes no. That happened. So Middleton has not licensed sale of liquor by the drink ever since. The statutory process then says it can also be undone, but it is undone the same way that it was originally done. And so you have a petition, and if sufficient signatures are received on the petition, 20% of the registered voters in the city, then you work with the county to have another vote, and the community can vote again. And if they vote in favor of sale of liquor by the drink, then it becomes legal for the city to issue those licenses going forward. And so that's where we're at. The petition has been received by the clerk, which is required by the statute. This meeting is then required for the council to review the matter and order the election, determining that sufficient signatures have been received. The old statutes made it incumbent upon the city clerk to review and try to verify that these were actually registered voters that resided within the city. That process long since has been passed along to the county elections office. And so we're going to the extent that we have the resources here in the city, I think Becky will tell you that everything looks to be in order. More than enough signatures had been received. It is certainly possible that some of those signatures are duplicates. Some of those signatures are from people who don't live in the city. But those would be weeded out. I think there were approximately 1,300 signatures secured.
1336.
1336 to be precise. And there were 942 needed. So there's a cushion, right? So based on everything that we can tell, it looks like this is appropriate to go forward for an election. And then even the old statutes say once you get to that point, council passes a resolution, and then the matter goes to the county. They will put it on the ballot for November, and the people will vote on whether or not they think that this is the right thing for the city of Middleton. So on the second page of the resolution is specifically what you're doing. But the first one is simply adopting legal conclusions and findings of facts set forth in the recitals, which is much what I've just described to you. There's a finding that the petition is sufficient, which is the statutory language. And then you order the election, and the language there under the third part of the resolution is what's in the statute. Sale of liquor by the drink, yes, or sale of liquor by the drink, no. That's what would appear on the ballot. And then it talks about the ballot, which is to be prepared by the county clerk, will resolve the issue. And then in terms of an effective date, that would be as soon as the votes are canvassed and the election results are certified. If it's yes, if it's no, then nothing changes. You've got the resolution, the petition. If this is approved by the city council, staff will take it and start working with the county to see that the signatures are verified through the county process, and they do have the tools and database and so forth to do that. Assuming that it remains sufficient, meaning the sufficient number of signatures, we'll work with them to create a ballot, and it'll be on the ballot as part of what the Middleton city residents vote on in November. So that concludes my report. I stand for any questions you have.
Councilman Murray?
I did help with the petition process. Would it be proper to recuse myself then?
No, I don't think that that's necessary. Remember that, if I might, so this is a referendum process under the statute. It is not appropriate to use city resources on one side or the other of this, okay? You are free to volunteer your time, all of you are, individually. You are free to speak on your own behalf. That's all entirely appropriate. What you cannot do is use city resources in favor of or opposed. You can educate, and we can talk about that if this in fact winds up on the ballot. There will be some things you can do and things you can't do. But I also would admonish you not to speak on behalf of the city. I'm on the city council, and this is how the city perceives the issue. That would be also inappropriate. But no reason to recuse yourself, and nothing that you've done is inappropriate.
Okay, just checking.
Councilor, the city did provide copies of the petition. Is that a conflict when we say city resources? We did provide petitions themselves, blank, not signed, and we didn't promote anything. But we did provide petitions. Did we
No.
technical foul on this?
No, no. It is a requirement for those who have headed up the petition drive to work with the city clerk and, in fact, the city attorney to make sure that the petition is in proper form. What you wouldn't want to have done is paid any city employees to go out and collect signatures, that kind of thing.
There was none of that.
Now, going forward, right, if this does wind up on the ballot, we'll want to stay away from using city copiers, city postage, whatever else might be done.
Okay.
And again, you can educate the public about the issue, right? And so if you want to do that as a council, there is a way forward on that where we can put together educational materials so that the public's informed, right? You can also use city resources to encourage them to vote. You just can't jump on one side or the other of the issue.
Councilman O'Meara?
Just a clarification. There was a clipboard petition in the community center, and I'm not acting as a city employee by having it at that location. Is that a problem for the city?
No, I don't think so. And remember, we don't have an election yet.
Okay.
And so we might want to kind of review some of those things if, in fact, this is going to be on the ballot. But no, that's not the kind of thing that, is advocating one way or another on that.
I wasn't advocating. It was
Right.
My employees had it down there. They allowed it to be set there so that people coming in and out could make up their own mind whether or not they wanted to sign.
Right. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
I think we're good, Mr. Chairman.
All right, I move we read resolution number 481-23 by title only.
It's a resolution.
The resolution, don't have to read the title, we don't have to read the title, just pass the resolution.
Yeah, there's no reading requirement for
Oh, and I
resolutions.
move we approve resolution number 481-23.
Second?
Motion by Kaiser, second by O'Meara. Roll call vote?
Council President Kaiser.
Yes.
Councilmember Huggins.
Yes.
Councilmember Murray.
Yes.
Councilmember O'Meara.
Yes.
That is unanimous, and we'll sign this and get it to the county probably today. Any other business to take care of at this time? Counselors, is this all proper?
Yeah, no.
All right, that completes this city council meeting at 4:15. Thank you all for helping.
Reminder that I will be gone